Knock, knock. Orange. Speaking of Donald Trump.
At the debate, I may bring up Nasrallah being with Hezbollah and al-Julani being with al-Nusra and al-Masri being with Hamas. Do you think if I ask people to talk about those three things and the differences that that's a gotcha question?
Yes, I do. I totally do. I think it's ridiculous.
So the difference between Hezbollah and Hamas does not matter to you yet, but it will.
It will when it's appropriate. I will know more about it than you know. And believe me, it won't take me long. I will know far more than you know within 24 hours after I get the job.
Trump, ready on day one to prepare for day two. He has, quote, always felt he was in the military because he went to a military-themed boarding school. Here's the thing. Trump attended New York Military Academy, and for those of you who are saying that this isn't the same as combat, Trump agrees. It's better. Because he says that his experience gave him more training militarily than a lot of the guys that go into the military. He was on the ring hop committee, and he got the Neatness and Order Medal. Apparently, Donald Trump was sent to military school after years of rowdy behavior at a more traditional prep school in Queens. How rowdy? He once gave a teacher a black eye because, quote, he didn't think he knew anything about music. And folks, I know very well that we're talking about things that happened half a century ago. I'm not saying Donald Trump's childhood reflects on who he is today. Donald Trump is. Because he said, quote, when I look at myself in the first grade and look at myself now, I'm basically the same. The temperament is not that different.
Lindsey Graham. Yeah, he talks like a tough guy. He was up on the stage the other day talking about being a tough guy. He's tough, so tough. The tough guys don't talk like tough guys. You need smarts. The tough guys. A lot of the times, the tough guys, they're the weak ones. I'm tougher than all of them, believe me.
Tough guys don't talk tough unless they're talking tough about other tough guys who aren't tough because they talk tough, which is how you know they're not tough. And if you don't like it, tough. Trump is getting a lot of heat for something he said about Muslim Americans' reaction to the attacks on 9/11.
Hey, I watched when the World Trade Center came tumbling down. And I watched in Jersey City, New Jersey, where thousands and thousands of people were cheering as that building was coming down.
You know, the police say that didn't happen, and all those rumors have been on the internet for some time. So did you misspeak yesterday?
It did happen. I saw it. There were people over in New Jersey that were watching it, a heavy Arab population that were cheering as the buildings came down. Not good.
No, not good. Also, not true. But if it was, he was apparently the only person who ever saw it because there is no evidence the alleged celebration ever took place.
Donald Trump will be speaking here in just a few minutes. He called me late today to once again defend his claims, telling me that although he doesn't remember where exactly he saw that video, he does know he saw it because he has, quote, the world's greatest memory.
He can't remember exactly where he saw that video, but he can remember that he has the world's greatest memory. And Trump doesn't just have a perfect memory of the past. When it comes to the terror threats facing our country, he can also see into the future.
I wrote a book in 2000. And in the book, I mentioned Osama bin Laden. I said, bad guy, he's going to do damage to our country, and we better do something to stop him.
I said Osama bin Laden's going to try and come in and do some big damage. Don't forget, in my book written in 2000, I was the one that predicted Osama bin Laden was trouble.
If you read the book, it says Osama bin Laden.
Yes. Trump predicted that Osama bin Laden was threatening America all the way back in the year 2000, the same year bin Laden was linked to the bombing of the USS Cole, and only 2 years after bin Laden was indicted for the embassy bombings in Tanzania and Kenya, and only 7 years after bin Laden was implicated in the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. That's spooky. It's like Trump has some kind of fifth sense that lets him see what's in newspapers and on TVs. And